Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology. Joining me here... Oh, wow, a lot of excitement. Joining me here in the classroom today is that voice that you just heard. That's Mr. Curtis. You could please say hello to everybody, Mr. Curtis.
Oh, I'm just so excited to be here, Professor.
Wow. I hate that.
I mean, he's been excited for the last couple of lessons, so you know, I guess it's just really been bringing him in and just giving 110%.
That's right. I have not left the classroom in days.
Well, what else is new? Am I right?
Yeah, that's my little nest in the corner. See it over there?
Ooh, I don't like it.
I built it out of scraps of old desk and spinnerack silk.
Oh, that's why it stinks. Okay,
that makes sense. That makes sense. It's very on brand for Mr. Curtis. Also, joining us here in the classroom today is our trainer in training, young Corbin.
Hello.
Please say hello to everybody. Oh, okay, yeah. Go. Just take the reins. Go for it.
Take the reins. Pull them out and take a hold. Hey guys, what's going on here? It is class
No,
former.
not anymore.
Yeah, sorry. None for you.
Former class president.
All right, and that's all of Corbin's time. All right, Professor, back to you.
Yeah, we don't have to listen to him anymore because he's not the class president.
You did it before anyway.
Yes, of course. Our current class president is Kaysen, who we are still waiting for an address from him. Not like home address. Like you understand what I say when I say address, right?
A presidential address.
Right, a presidential
like a
proclamation.
An address to the
speech.
class.
Yeah.
Yes. But we already have his home address too on file.
No, we don't. We do not.
You told me you had everybody's address. That's what you told me.
I mean, I know everybody's address.
Oh yeah, but not for public.
No.
Release.
That's not for public consumption. Yes.
Yeah. Nobody can eat that. So we're actually just gonna get right into the lesson today. Super quick. Super efficient, I think.
Aficionado.
Yeah. Does anybody know who we're talking about today? What Pokemon we're learning about? I'll tell you this.
There's only one it could be.
It's not Decidueye.
It's not.
Nip that right in the bud.
Curtis, you cannot just skip to Decidueye. It's Rowlet first.
That's right. It's got to be Rowlet.
He's right. You do have to go to Rowlet first, but also we're not talking about Rowlet.
Oh, okay. Well then it's Totodile then.
No. This Pokemon could really help you out of a pinch.
Professor, I think you stuttered over your word there. Why don't you give that another try?
Okay. If this Pokemon could help you out if you're in a pinch.
Oh, Crawdon.
Sir, if you are in a pinch, maybe this Pokemon could help you out.
Crawdon.
Corbin, I feel like he's trying to tell us something, but I just...
Yeah, it's got to be a claw-type Pokemon. It's Crawdon.
A claw-type Pokemon, huh? No, it's...
It's got to be claws. Obviously, Pidgeot. Pidgeot's got big claws.
Wait, Heracross?
Very close. A lot of people confuse...
Oh, wait, I know.
It is a bug type.
Yes, of course. It's Pinsir.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I am the bug type master after all, of course.
Well, okay. You could be a fan. You're a fan of bug types, but you're not a master. I don't think you're anywhere close. Sorry.
You'll get there one day, buddy. I believe in you.
Probably not.
Wink.
Well, if you believe in me, then it's. I consider it already done. I'm so excited.
Corbin,
did you hear? He believes in me.
Corbin, you know what?
He believes in me.
He does it. Okay, all right. He does that, so you'll shut up and leave him alone.
It never works. Never works. You think I'd stop trying it? So obviously, I have a Pinsir here today for everybody to see. Has anybody seen one before, though?
Yeah, I did one time. Yeah, when I went on a summer vacation to Johto, I did attend the bug catching. The bug catching contest that happens over there in Johto. Yeah, just above Goldenrod. I forget the actual park. I think it's it's in the national park. Wow, that's not no official name. It's just the national park.
The national park of Johto.
Johto's national park. Yes.
Where they constantly have bug catching competitions.
Yes, but yeah, I've attended one once, and I saw little kid named Joey actually caught one.
This kid Joe, I feel like Joey has to be the most common name in the world, right? Like, I mean, I feel like everybody's
one of them.
Joey. It is a name in the world.
It is a name. It is out there. Yeah, sure.
So yeah, I'm gonna have a pinsir. I mean, we're just gonna throw it out. We're just gonna take a look at it, and then we'll describe it. You know, just the standard stuff.
Yeah.
If you don't know the process by now, there's the door. Okay, clearly this class is not for you.
Whoa. Only Professor and I get to kick people out of class, not you, Corbin.
Well, as the class
Nope. See?
Oh, he cries every time. Hey, maybe in June or July or whenever we do the re-election, Corbin. Maybe you'll be class president again. He won't be. Cry so much. Listen, Corbin. I get it. Loss hurts. All right, but you know, eventually, it'll stop hurting. Well, it won't stop hurting, but I mean, it'll hurt as much. It'll just hurt less often.
You know,
which is marginally better.
That would look good on a t-shirt. All that, quote for
Professor,
quote.
All of that. with you know, intermittent sobs in there as well, just throughout.
Yeah.
You know what's really going to bring up your mood, Corbin, and help you forget that you're not the class president anymore?
A bug Pokemon?
A gross, weird-looking bug Pokemon. Which
Whoa,
is
whoa,
exactly
whoa, whoa,
what
whoa.
Pinsir is. You don't deny it. It's weird and ugly. Take a look. Here it is.
There he is. He's such
Whoa.
he's such a good boy.
Not entirely wrong. He is.
Well, this is a female Pinsir, so let's not.
She
call
is
it
a little ugly, and she is a little weird. I will. You know what? Can't confirm.
A bit weird and ugly. Let's go a little bit more in detail here. Why is it weird? Why is it ugly?
Well, I mean, the first weird thing is that it's kind of a poop brown, and it's got these giant, weird, studded spikes coming out of it. I mean, those look kind of cool. But I think for me, the weirdest part and the most off-putting part of the whole thing is its mouth. Yeah, I don't know what is going on with this thing.
Let's go in detail in this mouth, because
I don't want to. Put it away.
I'll describe it. Okay, so imagine, students at home, if you will, imagine a mouth, right? You have a mouth in your head. Now I want you to take it, just turn it 90 degrees, just make it sideways, all right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you've heard of teeth before, right? I'm sure you have.
Yep.
I want you to take teeth and make them longer and spread them out really weird, all right? Now we're getting there now, but there's one more aspect that we need to get to really capture the mouth here. All of the teeth move. First of all, teeth shouldn't just move by themselves, right? Like, I mean, the jaw moves normally, not the teeth.
Right.
And they also move independently of each other, which...
They're good for grabbing. See, like, if I stick my arm in its mouth like this...
Don't do that. Don't do that.
See, it could, like, grab me individually by those teeth there and still flick the bottom one, see?
Dragging you in closer, fully up your arm. We did tell you not to... You did just go ahead and put your mouth, your arm right in there.
Please, it's fine. There's a pressure point right here, and if I just... See, just let's.
I'm sorry, where exactly for virtual students? Where exactly is that pressure point?
It's up under the right side armpit of the Pinsir.
Okay, our right or the Pinsir's right?
The Pinsir's right.
Okay.
Okay. So it's inside the mouth.
If you're getting eaten by it, it'd be on the left side. And it's like up underneath the back. You have to get behind that plate on the outside. And you just grab it there.
Does that deactivate its mouth, or
it just makes it? It's like it just makes it release just for a second, and you gotta pull your arm out. Yeah.
You know, I'm really interested to learn about that in the Pokedex entries. I think that'll be a lot of fun. You know,
weirdly enough, no Pokemon professor has ever realized that was a thing. I guess none of them have known Pinsir as intimately as Mr. Curtis has.
Yes,
well, that's how he is.
I did spend some time studying them, so I know them quite well.
Yeah, clearly. All right, I think we have. I mean, I guess we could also say it has two very short, stubby legs.
Sure, she's got long little arms, spindly.
Yeah, long, thin arms with claws.
3 claws on both the arms and the feet.
And that's it. I mean, that's mostly it.
And there you have a Pinsir.
Professor, I've seen enough. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I think we have insulted this.
She's
poor...
a sweetie. Look, here. We'll put a little bow on her head, just right there.
She does the bow. She does like the bow.
She does love that.
Well, that's cute. That's cute.
All right. Back into the Pokeball.
I'm gonna enjoy putting you in my uncle's farm upstate. I'm so ready.
Poor thing. She has no idea what's coming.
All right. Okay. I think it's time that we start reading some Pokedex entries. What do you guys think?
Let's.
Oh, wow, so eager. I love it. Starting off in the Kanto region, the first entry here says, if it fails to crush the victim with its pincers, it will swing it around and toss it hard.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh!
Yeah. See, the mouth is not the dangerous parts. It's the pincers on top.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, sorry. If we made that unclear in our description of Pinsir, I should,
Yeah.
The mouth is creepy and weird looking. The pincers are the danger zone. That's the danger zone.
Right,
that's where you get crushed and killed.
There's a whole highway to them.
Yes, and that's up the mouth and then directly into the pincers, and that's
Yep.
That's a Pinsir highway, if I call it.
Yeah. If you look at those pincers, they'll take you right into the danger zone. Yep.
Exactly.
Highway to the danger zone.
No, we get it. Yes, thank you. All right. Cool. All right. The next entry here says, grips its prey in its pincers and squeezes hard. It can't move if it's cold, so it lives in warm places. Yeah. Which is what most of the Kanto. It's fairly,
but not as warm as Magmar.
Yeah, warm, not blisteringly hot.
Right, that's what I said.
And see, that's why it just didn't make a good candidate to selectively breed, because it's so temperature dependent. Spinnerax don't have that problem.
Yeah, we get seasons here in Saffron, so it's like, wouldn't work.
Yeah, so I don't know. Where would you think then that pincers normally live?
I could see a good number living in Alola, because it's not like ungodly hot there.
Well, I'm sure when we get to Alola, they'll all say things like, the pincers in Alola are the best pincers ever. They're the coolest, and their shells are the shiniest.
You know what? They just might. I guess we'll have to see.
I'm sure they'll say that. I don't know. Maybe Cinnabar Island here in the Kanto region is maybe where they. I think most of the time you're gonna find one is in the Safari Zone in Fuchsia City. But that's because of how rare they are, and just they seem to have a proclivity for rare Pokemon in the Safari.
Sure,
Zone.
Yeah.
All right. The next entry says, grips and tears at its enemy with the two pincers on its head. Enemies with hard bodies are gripped and tossed.
Okay, so would it toss something heavy like a Rhyhorn or a Rhydon?
If it could, yeah, probably.
Okay.
It might. It might be able to break a Rhyhorn or Rhydon, but I guess they are known for being, very, very tough to crack.
Sure, yeah, that's fair.
A Jigglypuff, though, no, it's going right through that.
A Jigglypuff, no. Yeah, nothing there,
like
a
marshmallow.
Squishy squish.
Here's a little math equation for you. One Jigglypuff plus one Pinsir equals two less working Jigglypuffs.
Ah, yes. One bloodbath.
Yeah.
Forever.
3 me.
Sorry, 3 meat? Pizza? I'd love some, thank you.
All of us in class together.
Oh, yeah. Learning about this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think we're losing the plot here a little bit.
I don't think we ever had it.
So, fair enough. The next entry here from the Kanto region says, its 2 long Pinsir horns are powerful. I love that it combined Pinsir and Horn together. Because they do, some entries go back and forth between Pinsir and Horn. So the S are Pinsir horns, I guess.
Yes, or horn pincers, if you will.
No, Pinsir horns.
Okay.
Its 2 long Pinsir horns are powerful. Once they grip an enemy, they won't release until the foe is torn.
Not good. Yep.
Also not true. Because if it's a really tough Pokemon, it will just throw it instead of... Because that makes it sound like if it grabs something like, I don't know, a Steelix or... I don't know, any other steel type Pokemon, it's just gonna hold on to it forever because it can't break through the hard carapace, right? But that's not true. That is not true. It will throw.
That's
it.
True.
It will throw what it can. Yes.
Or as the first entry says, it will swing it around and toss it hard. Which by the way,
now good luck tossing a Steelix.
Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty difficult for it. By the way, swing it around and toss it hard sounds like it could be like instructions for like a dance or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Electric slide.
All right, guys. Now today in dance class, we're gonna do the swing it around and toss it hard. You guys ready?
Step 1, swing it around.
Step 2, you will toss it hard.
Excuse me, what are we supposed to be swinging and or tossing? It's very vague. I don't understand.
Your partner.
Oh, jeez.
Do not let go of your partner until they are torn.
Do the pincer.
That's
pincer.
Right.
Hey.
All the cool kids in the club do the pincer. No, I'm not. That was a joke. That was a joke for our many
yeah,
students
be careful,
at home.
Mr. Curtis. No,
Nope,
be careful.
no, please stop. Can you not toss me? Can you not toss?
Oh,
There he goes.
Okay, that was the wall.
Something that I probably should have mentioned before this. Mr. Curtis is far stronger than he appears.
That was a nice little yup for you, Corbin. I hope you enjoyed that.
Are you okay, Corbin? I will remind you that you did sign a waiver before joining this class, so
yes,
you cannot sue us for any damages that happened to your young, fragile 10-year-old body.
Very true.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer, and he may or may not ride the bike with me on the way to school today.
Perry is not licensed yet. I don't know what you're talking about.
I believe we're referring to Perry the Psyduck, who is our school psychologist, our learning center.
Yes. No, I he's not an attorney, but he used to talk to me about possibly switching professions.
Maybe he'd probably be like the school's lawyer, right? He wouldn't leave the Saffron City Learning Center.
No. He told me he has zero interest in leaving. He just, it does wear. He talks to me a lot about it on the ride home. Kind of violates HIPAA a little bit, but he says it does weigh him down quite a bit. A lot of the things he has to hear as the student counselor.
I'm amazed how much you can get from, because he literally just says Psyduck over and over again.
Well, I mean, it's the way that Curtis is in tune with Spinarak is how I am with Perry the Psyduck. I just get him.
Just Perry or all Psyducks?
Mostly just Perry. He kind of has his own dialect to him. I haven't.
He has a lovely singing voice.
He does. I haven't mastered the language of other Psyducks yet, but him, I got him down to a science.
Wow. Psyduck and
Nope.
duck.
Nope.
There's a pun in there, and one day we'll find it, but not today, because now we're moving on to the Johto region Pokedex entries. With its horns, it digs burrows to sleep in at night. In the morning, damp soil clings to its body.
Okay.
So why would you think maybe it would dig into the ground at night?
Well, if it gets cold, it's got to stay warm.
Very, very good, Corbin. Very good. Excellent work. I'm a little bit surprised, but definitely proud that you were able to figure that out.
Mr. Curtis,
so
I see a pack of gold stars on your desk. You want to float one my way?
We'll see. Okay, we might.
We'll see. We'll see where you make it. We'll see how the lesson goes. All right, Corbin.
I think it's going pretty well.
So far, so good. I would say maybe our best yet. Who knows? My best yet, not yours.
Right. Well, okay.
Maybe yours. I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, sure. Maybe.
Every lesson is your best lesson.
This guy.
Oh my god.
Jeez. Okay. The next entry here says, swings its long antlers wildly to attack. Now, I believe it's referring to its pincers slash horns.
Who wrote that?
It was Johto, so what?
Elm. What a weirdo.
Well, in this first entry, he said horns, just horns instead of all the entries in the Kanto region all refer to them as pincers. At least partially pincers. And then in Johto, he's like, horns, boom, antlers. I don't care.
Done.
He didn't care.
He doesn't care.
No consistency.
Yeah, so it swings its long antlers wildly to attack. During cold periods, it hides deep in forests, where I guess it's warmer? In deep forests? Maybe it's more humid, maybe?
Sure, of course.
Or maybe it's deep in the forest where people can't find it because it's like frozen up and it can't move.
I don't think they're technically antlers though, because antlers get shed every year, and without quite a bit of force, do pincers drop their pincer? So
yeah, they're definitely not supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So okay, so we're just gonna say right here, right now, they're not antlers. Elm, you're wrong.
No.
We're cutting that out. They're not antlers. They're horns.
Now, Stantler or Weirdeer, those are antlers.
Of course. Yes. And honestly, I wouldn't even really call them horns either, because it can move them. They're movable. And I don't think horns are movable in any way.
No, they're not.
Okay, so I think we should just stick to calling them pincers. I think they are pincers. I mean, we called the Pokemon Pinsir.
Listen, I'm not putting up a fight.
Good. All right, so another motion has passed.
How do we feel about Mandible?
I don't know who this is. Is this somebody you guys know?
No, like a
That's
jaw.
that's an instrument, right? That you play. It has
Who's Amanda?
strings.
Why is she edible? What are you saying?
They're like crushing bits on insect Pokemons. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. What Pinsir? I vote for the professors. Whatever he said.
Okay, great. All right, moving on to the next entry. We're in the Hoenn region now. Oh my God, how did we get here? That's a fun joke
Professor,
we like to
you're
tell.
so funny.
Oh God, it's awful. I hate it when he laughs.
I'm sorry.
All right. So the first entry says, Pinsir is astoundingly strong. It can grip a foe weighing twice its weight in its horns and easily lift it. This Pokemon's movements turn sluggish in cold places. The next entry says Pinsir has a pair of massive horns. I mean, we all agreed they're pincers, but whatever you gotta do, Birch. Protruding from the surface of these horns are thorns. Thorn horns, if you will. Horn thorns.
It almost sounds like a rap.
Almost, but it isn't. So we're good. Legally, in a legal sense, we're good. These thorns are driven deeply into the foe's body when the Pinsir closes, making it tough for the foe to escape. And then one last entry here from the Hoenn region. It says, their pincers are strong enough to shatter thick logs. Because they dislike cold, Pinsir burrow and sleep under the ground on chilly nights.
Makes sense.
There you go. There's your answer. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. No, you're right. So, it's important to, try to infer things from Pokedex entries and not just take everything at face value. So I am very happy to see you're moving along in that regard.
Sure, yeah. Happy to, add something constructive, to the class. And Curtis, can I get a gold star?
I'll give you half a one.
Ooh,
All right, I'll take that. Thank you
Here you
so
go.
much. Thank you. All right.
All right, let's move on to the Sinnoh region. There's only one entry here, so it should be pretty quick. It says, it grips prey with its pincers until the prey is torn in half. What it can't tear, it tosses far.
Professor, that was such a good reading. Here, you know what? Here's 1.5 stars.
Ooh,
Are you
thank
serious?
You.
Yes.
Thank you
Ah,
so
What
much.
man.
all he did was read somebody else's.
Professor, you did such a great job.
God.
You got a whole
I don't really want
Curtis.
this. I don't really want this half though, so I think I'll just throw it away.
Oh no!
Into the trash can it goes.
Fair enough.
Why are you yelling so loud, Corbin? Jeez.
No reason.
Okay.
No reason.
All right, so that does it for the Sinnoh region. There's nothing new in Unova or Kalos, unfortunately. All right, let's move on to the Alola region. The first entry says, it grips its prey in its pincers and splits them apart. I don't like how it said that. That's pretty gruesome. Although it is a powerful Pokemon, it can't deal with the cold. Yep.
It's one weakness, one might say.
Yeah. So if you have an Ice-type Pokemon,
Get in there.
Get in there. Tear it up.
Hey,
Get in there.
Put him in, coach. One solid blow from its horns is enough to split apart a large tree. Its greatest rival in Alola is Vikavolt.
Okay.
interesting.
What does it think it is? Scyther with all this tree cutting?
And honestly, it doesn't seem like that strong. I mean, right? I mean, I couldn't knock down a tree, right, with one hit. But I mean,
well, you're weak.
We have true.
Oh, take that back. This is a strong man. Look at those muscles. Give him a little flex. Give him a little flex.
I've seen better.
Yeah. I mean, this is listen.
Why am I
it's
doing
no,
this?
It's no Machamp pushing a mountain, right?
Yeah, it's not, or a Rhyhorn that can charge into a skyscraper and knock it down.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it doesn't seem that crazy to me. The next entry says it gets into territorial disputes with Vikavolt. For some reason, it apparently gets along well with Heracross and Alola.
Interesting.
Hey, everything's crazy in Alola. I guess maybe.
Well,
yes, go on, Corbin.
I was just gonna say Heracross has always come across to me as a very chill Pokemon. You know what I mean? So it kind of gets along with everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that. We'll see when we get to the Heracross Pokedex entries. But I don't think they're quite as chill as you might think.
Okay.
But we're almost at Heracross. We'll get there pretty soon.
I can't wait.
I'm excited.
All right, thank you for that. I mean, it really sounds like everybody's just on the edge of their seat.
Woo!
Okay.
All the bug types. I'm so ready.
The next entry here says, although it's tough, it can't handle cold well. When night falls, it buries itself in leafage and sleeps.
Aww, warm the leaves.
Yeah. The next entry, so we're moving on to the Galar region now. These Pokemon judge one another based on pincers. Thicker, more impressive pincers make for more popularity with the opposite gender.
Makes sense.
Wow. Okay, so
size does matter.
So size does matter with Pinsir. Okay.
I think size does matter with Pinsir. That's good.
We'll put that on a t-shirt. Size matters with pincers.
I like that. That's actually, you know what? That would be a great t-shirt. Size matters, and just have big old pincers.
God. All right. The next entry says this Pokemon clamps with its pincers down on its prey, and then either splits the prey in half or flings it away.
That tracks.
See it.
Yep, makes sense. It all adds up. There's no Hisui Pokedex entry, and there's no Paldean entry either. And they've been added to the National Registry, but fortunately we haven't seen anything from them yet. So I do have another entry here from the Lentil region. Thank you, Professor Mirror. It says. This one's real personal, and I like that. It says, you may have spotted Pinsir's prominent horns sticking out of the ground in the nature park at night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what nature park he's referring to. I personally, I haven't, Professor Mirror, so maybe, I don't know, check your assumptions at the door when you're writing these Pokedex entries.
Yeah, how dare you?
Right.
It says, it burrows beneath the ground to protect itself from the cold. Nothing too crazy new here. So that does it for the regional Pokedex entries on Pinsir. I have some unique ones here. The first one comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. It says, Pinsir, this fearsome Pokemon uses its powerful claws to put the squeeze on its opponents. And by the squeeze, I assume they're referring to tearing it in half.
I love put the squeeze. I love the way that's worded.
Mm-hmm.
Like, instead of just saying it completely eviscerated it.
Yeah.
Put the squeeze on.
Put the squeeze on them.
Put the squeeze on them.
Because it's just giving it a little love squeeze. It doesn't necessarily. It's not necessarily cutting it in half or anything.
But it does. It does do that.
It does do that.
It does, Mr. Curtis.
Let's not get that twisted. It does tear them in half.
It really does, Mr. Curtis. Come on.
The next unique Pokedex entry comes to us from Go's Rotom Phone. It says, Pinsir, the Stag Beetle Pokemon, a bug type. When Pinsir's horns clamp onto an opponent, they won't release until it's defeated.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that. We kind of knew that, right?
It says it's defeated, and that could really go both ways. Like, the Pokemon it's clamped onto is defeated, or the Pinsir itself is defeated, or both.
A little bit of both.
A little column A,
it's
a little
probably
column B.
both.
All right, so that does it on the unique entries, and that's all of the entries on the the standard Pinsir form. However, we do have a Mega Evolution.
No.
Heyo.
Shut up.
Okay. Wow, how rude! How dare you say that to the professor,
Corbin?
Oh, sorry.
You shut up.
I'm taking that half star back.
No. Oh.
No, you can have this half star
it's a real
back.
roller coaster of a lesson for Corbin today.
Yeah, if you behave yourself.
Fine.
So I don't have a Mega Pinsir with me. But I have these handouts, so you can. They're like they're hand drawings of what a Pinsir looks like.
Just like my mother used to draw.
Beautiful.
So yeah, so let's describe what a Mega Pinsir looks like real quick. How is it? I guess main differences from regular Pinsir, and just the big changes.
Wings.
Yes, it has big wings. Very good, Corbin.
Bigger spikes.
Bigger. Yes, its pincers are bigger, and the thorns on those horns are spikier and bigger.
So the feet look a little bit more stabby. You know what I mean? They're not flat. They're more like, I don't know. It's like it's standing on claws in this photo.
It almost kind of looks like its feet ain't for walking no more.
Nope, it's for stabbing.
It's for stabbing. It's for flying down and stabbing. I think
it's got wrist blades.
Yeah, and again, I think that helps with flight. It helps it steer a little bit better.
Yes.
The last thing I would probably mention are its eyes. Its eyes are yellow.
I was gonna say that its eyes are yellow
and creepy
What's
looking.
up with that?
I don't know. Let's see if any of the Pokedex entries tell us what's up with that, Corbin. So
let's hear it.
All of these entries come to us from the Alola region.
Okay.
So the first one says, the influence of Mega Evolution leaves it in a state of constant excitement. It pierces enemies with its two large horns before shredding them.
Ooh.
Whoa!
Ooh, gruesome. Rough. What do you think it shreds them with? Do you think it shreds them with the horns, or does it use its feet or arms?
I think it uses its new wrist blades.
Probably, yeah.
I don't think that those are actually blades. I think that they're more like plane, like you would see like planes on or wings on a plane, that kind of thing.
Sure, yeah.
Not really a stabby kind of thing.
Kind of more for gliding, you're thinking?
Yeah, and just air control, just control in the air. So speaking of flying, the next entry says, bathed in the energy of Mega Evolution, its wings become unusually developed. It flies at speeds of approximately... What do we think? How fast are we thinking it flies?
About 150 miles per hour.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 70.
70 miles per hour. Guys, Mega Pinsir is clocking in at a blazing 30 miles per hour.
Oh.
It's actually pretty slow.
I'll take it. It's faster than regular Pinsir.
Yeah. Well, I don't think regular Pinsir flies.
That's the point.
Yeah, it's certainly. I don't know. Really, after going from a Pidgeot that can travel at Mach 2, 30 miles per hour is pretty underwhelming.
Right.
But, it can fly. It can fly at 30 miles per hour.
It can do it. It's more than I can do.
The next entry says, after Mega Evolution, it becomes able to fly. Because it's so happy, perhaps because it's so happy, it rarely touches the ground.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love that.
Happiness equals flying more, according to people in Alola.
Happiness is leaving the ground.
Whoa. Dang. Can't keep coming up with these fire t-shirt ideas.
I mean, that's
We're
literally,
that's my job. T-shirts.
I don't think we have enough.
I think we have maybe too many. The next entry says, it zips around at blistering speeds, looking for an opening. Blistering? Really? I don't know. I don't know if I would call 30 miles per hour blistering, but whatever.
Yeah. That's not one that's going to leave blisters. It's not that fast.
Looking for an opening to skewer its opponent with its giant pincers.
All right, sounds friendly.
All right, and then the last entry says, with its vaunted horns, it can lift an opponent 10 times heavier than itself and fly about with ease.
10 times its own weight.
That's pretty impressive. That is very impressive.
And the mega ones are pretty beefy, so it may not fly fast, but dang, it's like a cargo flying Pokemon.
So a Mega Pinsir weighs around 130.1 pounds. So something that's 1,301 pounds, it could lift and fly with.
I'd like to see a Pidgeot fly at Mach 2 with 1,300 pounds on its back.
Maybe it could fly at 30 miles per hour.
I don't know.
Okay. All right, guys, that does it for all the Pokedex entries, and I am very, very excited for this next part, because this is where I test you guys and see if you've paid attention throughout this lesson, see what you've learned.
What?
I know.
I'm so ready. It's time for quiz.
It is.
Corbin.
It is not time for quiz. So
yay!
We're gonna be trying something new, something that we haven't done before. I think I've seen a lot of Mr. Curtis's and Corbin's interactions in this classroom, and I think we need to build their bond a little bit more.
By giving me a gold star.
No. What we're gonna do is a group project, and I'm so excited.
Oh.
So what I want from you guys is I want you to give me an instructional video. I want you to perform a little skit. I want you to perform an instructional video for me. Now
No, wait, hold on. Do we have to go out and take a little recess, tape the video, bring it back, and we put it in a TV and show it to you, or are we reenacting? Like, how does this work?
Yeah, well, so you can record it and stuff. Only audio recording though, because again, this is primarily an audio class for students to listen to. So
I can't wait.
I don't think that they really get a lot from visual gags in your video, but I want you to record something, maybe add in a few sound effects if you want, just to really spice it up. But I do have a rubric here for you. All right. So we're gonna all right. So the first two are the same that I always use. You must include information that we learned in class. And the second one is you must demonstrate an understanding of the unique attributes and abilities of Pokemon. So again, I think those two are very, very important things that we should always have in these assignments.
Right.
So include information, but also demonstrate that you understand that information. 3, the presentation must be at minimum 5 minutes long and focus primarily on the topic assigned.
Okay.
Minimum of 5 minutes?
Yep, minimum of 5 minutes. We're going to see how that goes. We might adjust that later on. And this last point is kind of unique. So it's actually determined by your partner. And essentially, the partner will answer the question, how do you rate your partner's participation in this project? So I'm giving you guys a chance to, determine each other's grade a little bit, which is something that I might regret going forward. But again, we're testing things out.
Just remember, I've got this half gold star over here.
All right.
So are you guys ready for your topic?
Yes.
All right. I would like an instructional video, audio, whatever, on how to clean pincers.
They're antlers, you mean?
Antlers, horns.
No,
you're right. We decided that it is pincers.
Okay.
All right. So take your time, go out, write some good stuff, and I'm excited to see what you bring.
Okay.
Good.
Sounds good. All right, let me grab this camera, Mr. Curtis. You and I are gonna go tape something, and let's go do it.
Again, keep the visual gags to a minimum, please.
All right. Come on. Okay, Professor, we're ready. We recorded our little video outside. Do you have you do have a VHS player. That is wonderful.
I'm ready for the final cut now.
All right. I don't know why you're meing. I mean, we already recorded it. All right.
Warmed up.
Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and put this. Everyone sit down. Grab your popcorn if you have some.
He's taking a real lead here. Thank you.
Here we go.
Corbin, wait. We have to record the final version.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm just warmed up now. That was take 6, but that wasn't the final version.
You want to go back out and record more, Mr. Curtis? Really?
Listen, I'm sure whatever you have is fine. It's fine. This lesson's going on a bit long anyways, so let's
Well, we had to use cardboard cutouts because we couldn't find the real Pokemon, so bear with us.
That's you made cardboard cutouts?
We did. We went outside and made cardboard cutouts.
Wow, okay.
Okay, all right, here we go, and let me put this in. And, Mr. Curtis, can you press play? No, input, and then you scroll down to source, and then you click.
This one right here?
No, that's channel. Nope. Input and... No, input.
Gotcha. Really, this is my fault.
Okay, there we go.
I should have had this all set up and ready to go while they were...
All right, cool. And
go.
Play. Hello there. Today, me and Mr. Curtis are going to tell you how to clean Me and Mr. Curtis are going to tell you how to clean a pincer horn in just a few easy steps. Are you ready, Mr. Curtis?
Yeah! Corbin?
I don't know why you said...
I'm so ready!
Okay, I don't know why you're saying my name like that. Here we go. Step 1 on how to clean your pincer. The first step in order to clean your pincer is get a pincer. And you usually do that by getting a Pokeball at your standard Pokemart. Now, once you have that, Mr. Curtis is going to tell you what to do for step 2.
That's right. So you got to get your pincer gold. Because pincer is slow and does not handle cold well, so it'll keep it from reacting violently and tearing you apart as you try to clean it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, step 3 is very important. In order to make things easier, you're going to want to catch another Pokemon, something like a Lapras.
Arctovish is what you want. Exactly.
Mr. Colonel, what? Okay. An Arctovish, I guess. So you don't go flying. You want something that's preferably over 242 pounds. Since a pincer weighs 121, and they can't throw anything twice their weight in their normal, form. So you want something that's over 242
Look at
pounds.
those lifty, beefy boys. They throw them
Yep,
right across the room.
A lifting beefy boy. Yep, he said it correct. You need something like that's really heavy so you can sit on. So if for some reason the pincer wakes up and gets upset during the cleaning process, it will not throw you as a small, tiny human.
Good idea.
Yeah. So
right.
Step 4, Curtis.
Then you want to get your bucket and your mop and your wettish pincer.
That's right.
And then you want to mix all your soap into the water and get it all sudsy because you got to get it nice and clean. And then
The more soap, the better.
And that's right. And then you just want to reach out and you want to baste your pincers with that soapy mop. Just baste it, just like you're, cooking a turkey in the oven. And
What's a turkey? I don't know.
I don't know, but I know you baste it. That's how you eat it. So that's just what you want to do with your pincer.
Sure. And then after you baste it, make sure you keep a nice, clean
What do you do
distance away
next,
from those
Corbin?
pincers. Well, Step 5, obviously, you gotta hose it down. Don't leave it all sudsy. Are you kidding me? That's rude. So you gotta hose it down with lukewarm water. Lukewarm water is good because it's a good transition from the from the coldness to the hotness. You don't want to just jump from cold to hot. You gotta give it some sort of intermediary. So do it with lukewarm water so it doesn't jump around like crazy.
Finally, you want to give it some nice, warm, clean, pristine soil dirt.
Top tier
dirt so it can just dig itself right down in there and warm right up. You want that nice, squeaky clean pincer to be as warm and comfortable as it can. So you just got to find the best, warmest dirt for it to sleep in.
But keep those pincers exposed because
yes.
Well, all your work will be for nothing, and that would suck.
Wow, Corbin, do you have any useful tips for me as I'm cleaning my pincer?
I have one, but I'll let you go first, Mr. Curtis, because I'm a gentleman.
Okay, you see this here? Look at my hand.
I see it. It's really gross. Why do you have 6 fingers on it?
Now, well, let's not talk about that, but let's count with me. That's 1 layer of glove.
1.
Okay, and then here.
2.
Oh, very good. And finally.
3.
That's right, 3 layers of gloves because, you don't want to get stabbed by those pincers.
Absolutely
they're covered in
not.
thorns, and so make sure you wear lots of gloves.
Yeah, and you're on a Pokemon, so you should be fine, but you never know what happens, so it's good to wear 3 layers just in case.
Corbin, do you have any useful tips to share with the class today?
I have one, sure. And earlier I mentioned using something.
Please share it.
Earlier I mentioned using something like an Arctovish because Curtis interrupted me because he's rude.
Yes, Arctovish is definitely the way to go. Nothing else.
Nope. If you can't find an Arctovish since it's a fossil Pokemon and there's not many of them around anymore, you can use another water ice type that's really heavy, such as a Lapras, because number 1, it's heavy. Number 2, kill 2 Pidgeys with 1 stone by having that thing also do all the work for the... Don't actually kill them. We're not endorsing that. But it's going to do all the work by hosing down the pincer for you. See? You don't even need a hose. You got a water type Pokemon right there. And also
an ice type. Keeps it cold.
And ice type. Keeps it cold in case anything happens. That ice is going to freeze that bug right up for you. But that's all from us. So today, we're happy to tell you how to clean your pincer in just those easy steps. So please, if you want to learn more, call 1-800-555-2722.
That's 2722.
Is that what I said? Okay. Thanks. And call now.
All right.
All right, what did you think of that, Professor?
Wow,
How did that go?
It's almost like you were here performing it right in front of me. That was crazy how real it felt.
Mr. Curtis, the cinematography was a little rough there.
The camera was at the very slight angle the entire time, which at first I thought you were doing it to be a little bit artistic. But then as it went on, I just realized that you forgot to, level out the camera.
Yeah. Mr. Curtis doesn't know what he's doing.
I think it looks more realistic that way.
Also, I'm surprised you were able to get an actual Lapras. I can't believe that you got one in there. It was a little bit jarring because its cries started to go over your speech, but that's fine.
That's okay. I mean, it was really cool because we had the cardboard cutouts, and then somebody was like, "Hey, you filming a video?" And we said, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, you need a Lapras?" And I said,
"Whoa,
weirdly enough,
no,
yeah,
absolutely not Arctovish all the way." But thank you for trying.
Okay, well, I tried to incorporate the Lapras in there because the guy offered, and then Curtis was like, "No, we gotta use Arctovish." So, anyways, but it worked out in the end.
It did work out. Excellent job. Okay, I don't know why they told them to call you at the end. Was it for questions, or were you trying to get them to buy a Pinsir or cleanings? I'm not sure what the phone number.
We'll let the customers decide.
So they are customers though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think it sounds to me like, getting in the headspace here, you were salespeople trying to sell either Pinsirs or a device for cleaning Pinsir's horns.
It's more of a safety hotline.
It's more of a
If you're cleaning your Pinsir and something goes wrong, then you gotta call that number.
Oh, okay.
We can answer any questions you may have on the fly. Hopefully, while you're still in one piece.
That's right.
All right, so let's go over the rubric here. So must include information that we learned in class. Absolutely, you did a great job with that. I was really hoping you'd include information on, the fact that when it's cold, it doesn't move. So that was very good. And of course, you included the amount of weight that it could throw around. So that was very, very good. And of course, number 2, I think you did definitely understand those attributes of Pinsir. So full marks there. I believe the presentation was almost exactly 5 minutes long. So
wow.
All right.
There, and you definitely
We didn't think we'd get it.
Stayed on topic for cleaning Pinsir's horns. All right. So for those 3, you get full points for me. Now we're on to the 4th point.
Woo.
So I have to ask, Corbin, how do you
Yes,
rate your partner's participation in this project?
You know what? Out of what? 5, 10?
Let's say out of 4.
I'm gonna give Mr. Curtis a 3.5. He interrupted me a few times there with his antics about Arctovish, but everywhere else he did a good job.
Wow.
He just doesn't want to give you a perfect grade there, Mr. Curtis.
This is besides I'm sorry. I shouldn't interrupt.
Oh, was
That's
that
okay.
was it? Was that it, Corbin?
That was it.
Okay, so go ahead, Mr. Curtis. What were you saying?
Okay. Yes. Well, I mean, of course, I just had to make sure that all the good listeners and students of this class, listeners of that pitch or safety video, knew that Arctovish is really the best way to go.
Okay.
But other than that, Corbin did such a great job. And in fact, you know what, Corbin? I'll give you your half star back. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Great. If I could get just like a number though, that would be good for me.
1/2 star out of 3 silver stars.
Okay.
So I'm gonna assume that's a full marks then. That's a 4.
1/2 gold star out of 3 silver stars.
Okay, great. Thank you. You realize I
Beautiful.
need to grade this, so I can't have some kind of.
Yes.
It's a little bit worrying that that this is your grading scale, Mr. Curtis, considering I am trying to train you to become a professor yourself. But we can talk about that after class.
Oh, darn it.
All right, so that's gonna do it for today's lesson on Pinsir. Excellent job. I think the instructional video went very, very well. So great work there. Does anybody know who we're gonna be talking about next week?
Ooh.
Decidueye, of course.
Great.
I hope
get the
Heracross.
Decidueye out of there. No, it's not Heracross, unfortunately. It's not a bug type, so I'm not surprised Mr. Curtis doesn't know it. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. We are learning about Tauros next week.
Oh, Tauros, yes.
Yes, or Tauros, I guess, depends if that's how you want to say it.
Sure.
All right, That's going to do it for today's lesson. If you want to reach us, there's several ways that you can do that. We have a Twitter, we have a Gmail. Now, that's, of course, stands for Gengar Mail. And we also, now, very new, have a Patreon. Those are all, you can find those at WWO Pokemon. That's what it is across there. I believe the Patreon is patreon.com/WWO Pokemon.
Sure. Yeah.
If you have trouble finding that. Also, if you would like to give us a rating if you enjoyed this lesson, or if you hated this lesson, you really need to let people know, that's fine as well. Although, if you hated this lesson, I doubt you've made it this far. I mean, honestly, if you did, congrats for sticking it out.
Woo, good really on you.
Putting the effort out there.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
We will express our thanks by you donating to us on Patreon.
Okay, well, that's a weird way for us to express our thanks. But yeah, if you like this lesson, please give us a rating on Spotify or Flapple Podcasts. You know, of course, it's spelled Spotify or Apple Podcasts because I don't know.
So weird.
It's so weird how they do that.
Yep.
But yeah, those ratings help. But the biggest help to get more students involved in this classroom really is word of mouth. That's the best way to get people interested. So if you have a friend who is very interested in Pokemon biology, or they're not sure and they just, they want to dip their toes in, just let them know about this class. We would appreciate that so much. But I'm going to stop rambling now and say until next time, class is dismissed.
Welcome to the World of Pokemon as part of the Pokecasters Network.